Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Anna. I have a family of 3. We have a toddler named Evelyn, and my partner's name is Ricardo, and we have a baby girl due end of August named Valerie. And if you've been following, this is my 3rd video in regards to sinking funds. My first video, I talked about how much money I added the first week of this month, and then how much money we added the 3rd week of this month with my 2nd paycheck. So I've already ran this out in preparation for our last check. Not all of these sinking funds will get money added to them because they got added twice already. Technically, our first check from June 5th was money from May, so it was money that was already sitting there, and then the June 19th one was money from an actual paycheck from June. So I just wanted to talk about what I decided for our sinking funds. So as you can see, this is all my rough drafts for how much I should add into each account, and I'm still struggling with what I should do, but this is what I've finalized and come up with. So I've realized that every month we have to take out $500 because we pay 2 different mortgages. We pay our own mortgage, and then we pay Ricardo's a portion of it. So we contribute $500 to their mortgage because we want to pay their mortgage off first because their interest rate is so high. So I guess you can say we're doing the avalanche. And so every month we take out $500 cash to give to his father so that he can put it into his bank account and pay off their mortgage. And they have this like local credit union, so they don't do the whole Zelle and all that quick pay. So I realized that I can't, that's $500 cash that I can't take out because there's a 500 limit per day. So what I've decided to do, instead of filling or trying to fill out, all 28 of my envelopes, I've divvied them up into 3 different categories or days that we take out money. So I believe in 2 of the checks we'll be able to take out $400, and then in 2 of the checks we'll be able to take out $500 because we each get paid every Friday. So every Friday I'll be able to do this without having to go inside the bank. So I try to simplify these numbers so that I don't have to get so much change. So in this breakdown, I would need some vibes, but I'm thinking I would just gather some from either our deposit envelopes or from envelopes we already have. And if I stay consistent, these 25s will turn into 50s. That is if we don't spend our money. So here it's easy. I can get 50s or 20s. 20s for the 200 or even 50s, it doesn't matter. And I could fill these with just going to the ATM. And then same thing here. So all 20s, all 20s. And then here, all 20s, I would need 4 10s. Or if I stay consistent, this 10, the following week, I'll just need a 20 and I can take the 10 out of the envelope. Again, if we don't spend any money in these accounts. So I simplified the method. These aren't actually numbers that I need per category per se, but I think when I have a $100 cushion, like for these $400 breakdowns, if I have that extra $100, which most of the time we will have because I'm able to work overtime and Ricardo gets a lot of tips. So that money can get adjusted depending on that pay period. And I just feel like this eases my mind. I don't have to, go down this long list and figure out how much I'm adding to each one of those. And I could just do this weekly instead of monthly. So that's my decision for now. I'm gonna do this weekly and see how it goes. I still need to figure out my budget by paycheck or budget by monthly breakdown just so I can have an overview of what I've spent for the entire month. But I'm feeling good. This is great progress, and I can't wait to do the next envelope stuffing. So I think the hardest part in figuring out how to split up what was priorities, because I don't have, you know, $2,000 that I could fill up all these accounts with right away. And there is some sacrifice here and there is some sacrifice here, because the way I took it was I need $200 every month for childcare, that's for sure. And then household, I dropped it. The last 2 times I've been adding $100, and same as gifts. So whenever I have that extra $100, I'll be able to add it into these accounts. And then same thing with personal. We need to figure out how to spend less, or, you know, actually save up for whatever we need instead of me just replenishing the accounts. And insurance, the way that I calculated it was we spend $1,000 every 6 months, and that's for paying for 3 different cars. So when you take 1,000, you divide it by 6, it's $167. So the 160 is what we need. Our next insurance payment is August, so technically we need this now, but we've already prepaid, so we put it on our credit card, and we will save this $160 per month for our February payment. So we'll have more than $1,000 in there, and then, you know, that'll roll over next to the next payment, which is February and August 2021. So school, fireworks, pet care, and motorcycle, I just categorize those as our lowest priorities because I've already bought Evelyn's uniform. Fireworks, we can whip out $100 if need be. We don't foresee us doing any fireworks for 4th of July. Again, we might go to a pool party and contribute to food, but not fireworks. So this could be not until New Year's that we spend it. Pet care, we don't have a puppy. This is just us saving up for a puppy and all those initial fees when you adopt one or when you take it to the veterinarian. Motorcycle, he just spent a big chunk on his tires, and we bought him some LED lights from his personal spending, so this could get slowly funded. And then the following 5 are, some are up in the air, some are not. So like technology, I want to save $2,000 for our 2 new iPhones, but there's no end date for that. There's no rush for that. Travel, I would like to save $500-600 to go to California, and that would be in November. So I do need that money now or soon. So this would also be a variable amount that will add every month. Utilities is also a safe cushion. We won't have utilities at the new home until October, and I just wanted to have that so that way we were prepared for HOA, water, gas, light, and any other bills that might associate with an actual home instead of a townhome like we currently live in. Appliances is a $2,000 goal, as well as furniture, and this is because we won't have a washer and dryer in our new home, but we don't need new furniture. We have some chairs and we have stools that we live with at the townhouse. So these are 2 different luxuries. I can always go to my mom's and wash my clothes until we get our washer and dryer, or even honestly I can wash in here at the townhouse until we find a renter. And then down here, these are second to lowest priorities: date night, photography, recreation, self-care, and subscriptions. Self-care is actually a high bubble if I were to use it, but I don't get my nails done anymore. I can't get massages like I used to because I'm 7 months pregnant. I prefer to pay the cheap massages, not the prenatal ones. And then subscriptions, we need about $300 per year. So I know my Amazon Prime is going to be expired in November, and his ESPN Plus just went through. His DAZN is $50-ish, and my Chase Sapphire card is $95. So that's the $300 that we would need in this category. And then these are pretty important, so I made the number really high for them. Auto care, I just know, like, even though Ricardo does our oil changes, it's still, you know, at least $25 just for the oil itself, and then maybe like $5 for the filter. So that's still expensive, and it comes up often. And then medical, I know I just bought some vitamins. So I had my blood work done and I need more iron and B12. So that's an expense that's coming up soon that will probably deplete this $80 already. And then home care, we don't have anything wrong with the home now, but we did spend a lot of money in the last few months remodeling and doing additions like a new toilet and retiling the kitchen. So we don't have anything coming up, but I know when we do something, it's always super expensive. So I would like to add as much to home care as possible. This is in regards to the townhouse, but I know once we move to the new home, that's even going to be a bigger expense because you just don't think of things that you already have in your current home. And then event planning, the next one is our housewarming, which is also in October. So $80 is a little high for just a housewarming, but I do want to make a big deal of it because October is a few other things too. Like we'll have a combination since I'm not gonna have a baby shower anytime soon. So I think October will be the first time people come over to our house, see the baby, and it'll be my birthday as well. And then Christmas is last. So originally I took $500 and I divided it by 6, so it's like $83. So that's why I rounded it down to 80 because I just don't want to deal with dollar bills. I think it's unnecessary, and then once your envelopes get filled up, then you have to find a way to like consolidate them. So I'd rather not deal with dollar bills. So that is my run through on how I broke down the way I'm going to fill up my envelopes. Hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, please comment below. And if you have any suggestions, really please comment below.